Hey, Book Besties. Thanks for picking up our FaceTime. I'm Jazzy.
And I'm Lexi, and welcome to the Bookish Besties podcast. Woo! Oh my god, it's like one of our last episodes for the year, right?
It is. I'm sad, but I'm also happy because today we're talking all about big things that we have in mind for next year.
Yes, yes. So I know we have a mix between like personal goals and podcast goals, but if I'm being honest, I really want to talk about the podcast first because we're almost at 100 besties already. And we just got started, and it just feels like such a big milestone. So I just want to say thank you for everyone that has followed, interacted, watched, cheered us on. It means so much. We hate being corporate girlies, so hopefully this takes off into a career.
Please, please.
Please. Well, I'll start off. I think next year for 2026, I would love it if we could reach 1,000 besties by the end of the year. I think that's a good number. You know what I mean? Just starting with the one. Obviously, if we get more than that, perfect. But I think 1,000 is good. What about you?
I think so too. And I'm excited for more besties to join in on the yapping sessions that we have here. Um, I think another goal that we've both talked about and that we're very excited to do is actually having guest authors
Mm,
on our book review episodes. So Lexi and I we have a goal set for the podcast of having at least three authors next year. And I know you guys are like three, what the hell? But like we're a very little podcast. We're a baby
yeah,
podcast. We're starting out, but we love this podcast, and we've actually are in talks with someone already, and we're
I
both very,
know.
very excited about it. So
I know, and I want to like say it so bad, but I can't. So I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. But just know we're really excited about it. And know like we're not going off for like big hitters. We're going off for authors that we love, the community loves, that we have a personal connection with. I think that's like what kind of matters for our podcast. Small podcasts, small connections. We're fine with that, and we love that. So if
yes.
you are an author out there and you're worried, like, oh, I only have like one book and I don't have a huge following, I don't care. Tell me about your book and let us know if you want to be on the podcast. We want to talk to you. Okay, that's all that
We love to
matters.
yap. We
Yeah,
will yap about books
obviously.
forever.
Yeah, we're always like, well, why don't we just like film like a short episode like 3 hours later? Like we're still on FaceTime. Oh my God.
The
Anyway,
editing that we do, like we gotta like cut out the wait a second. Did you hear about this? And like, yeah, no, it's wild.
I know. I'm just like, ugh. Okay, I'm trying to think for our other goals next year. I know that we are planning something behind the scenes. I just don't know how much I'm allowed to share about it, but it's a community thing. So we're building something for everyone. And that's all I'll say about that. But speaking of community, I want to do more giveaways. I like, all right, so gift giving is like my love language, and I love doing that for people, making those cute little boxes. So I would like to make more of those next year. I got
Yes, so
hella stuff.
if you haven't received a package from Lexi, it is very intricate and very thought out, and I I love it. Even your if you have a dog, even your dog benefits from it. Ganso can attest. He loves his little piggy that you gave him when you sent me my
Oh,
birthday package. So
that's my
thank
nephew.
you.
I adopt like everybody's like animals as my own. Like I have a friend that
Yeah.
I met like online in the Sims community. If she's watching this, hey Deja. I like adopted her cat as my nephew, and she'll try to call me, and I'm like, let me see my nephew. I don't want to see you. I want to see my nephew.
Show
Um,
me the baby.
Also, Jazzy sends stickers of said dog in her packages, so you also have that to look forward to. So I know that we are
Yeah.
gearing up, and like we have a couple giveaways kind of in the works for next year, like for milestones if we meet them, right? And then like holiday ones. We had so many, it's actually kind of sick.
Yeah, we have a lot planned. So our pirate ship account is going to be working overdrive. And yeah, if you don't know, I'm one crafty little bestie. So I love making stickers, I love making keychains, I love making all the things, and I obviously bookish themed, like the more bookish themed the better. So I plan to go into overdrive and add those into our giveaways.
Yeah,
So
like you have to go back and look at one of our episodes where we're talking about book conventions. Jazzy made all these like trade items, and I was sick. I was like, "How dare you not send me these immediately?" Like they were so freaking cute. Okay, anyways, let me just shut up. Okay, so I think that's some good podcast goals. I don't want to like overshoot ourselves because, first of all, I'm moving next year and my husband's getting out of the military. So just know that in March, you might see me looking bald from stress. And that's probably that's probably what we're going to be looking like the Britney era where she like shaves her head. That's going to be me.
we're just gonna put like a filter on you that's just gonna be like the Barbie filter or something, just when we do our podcast.
I know. Oh my God. And then I have a Polycon. So I'll also, try to do some filming from a Polycon and hopefully Jazzy's with me if she gets a ticket. Um, yeah, I think that's okay. So that's definitely it for the podcast goals. What about your personal goals as a reader for next year?
Yeah, so for like my bookish goals for next year, I, number one, want to continue to attend more book events.
Hmm.
I'm lucky enough to live close to Chicago, where a lot of authors do like come to Chicago for their book tours.
Yep.
And I already have, well, it's technically my second book event already booked, but I'm going to Book Harvest again next year. So if you're going to go to Book Harvest, please let me know so we can say hello to each other. But I also just bought tickets to see BK Borison. She's going to come to Illinois um, for her the next book in the First Time Caller series, And Now Back to You. So I'm
Yes, I
very
can't
excited
wait.
about that. Yes, so I'm gonna continue to hunt for more book events.
She's weird. Just so you guys are aware,
I'm
she's
just
very
like
weird.
I am very weird out in public. No. Don't let the RBF fool you. Like I have really bad RBF and I'm very aware of it, but you know. Anyway, that's like one of my goals. I also want to get the attention of a publisher, to be an influencer for one of the publishing houses. I'm looking at you, Bloom Books. If anybody
Yeah.
knows like any tips or tricks, I did send in my application, but if anybody has ever done those apps, like the Google Forms that you fill out, like sometimes where those questions where they're like, how many followers do you have? Like blah blah blah, and I'm just like,
Enough.
I have followers, like multiple. So
No,
there's
because
that.
it's honestly
So
like I like look. I'll be like, babe, look, I have like another 5 followers this week, and then I go and look at like a big book influencer that has like 600K. I'm like, damn,
what's that
damn.
like?
Yeah, I know, seriously. And then I try to tell myself, like they've been at it for years, and
Yeah.
it has nothing to do with the fact that like I stutter or like weird.
Or that we're socially awkward turtles.
Oh my God. I'm so socially awkward, but it sucks because I'm extroverted, introverted. And I don't know how that's possible, but like it hurts. Everything hurts. All
No,
right, all right.
I understand that, but yeah. One of the other goals that I have is I've realized that like with ALCs and ARCs, I am just more of like an audiobook girly. Like I can listen to audiobooks all day long and maybe it's a coping mechanism because it keeps me sane and grounded throughout the day while I'm like working or again, I craft a lot, I bake a lot, so I'll just put on my headphones and listen to an audiobook. I want to get into or want to apply for more ALCs. So the ALCs that I have right now or that I've gotten so far, I've been lucky enough because I've been on street teams or mailing lists and things like that, so I want to focus more on the ALCs that I love, and
What
hopefully
does ALC mean?
hopefully Oh, the it's basically like an ARC, but the audiobook version. So an advanced listener copy.
Oh, okay. Well, see, I've never even like really heard about that, so I'm gonna have to look into that. I always see you post about ALCs. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I have no idea what that means, but I'm happy for you. Like, I'm here cheering because like you always are so happy about. It. I'm like, yeah, let's go. I got.
Uh-huh. I don't know what it is, but I'm here to support.
I do want to do an episode about ARCs and ALCs in general, just because I think there's a lot to
Mm.
discuss about them, and I am not a big ARC person. But we'll pause and we'll leave that for another episode because nothing against it. It's just a thing. Um, Okay, so what about reading goals for next year for you personally? Like, what's your number you're going to shoot for?
Okay, so I think that I'm like 2 books away from hitting my goal. Um, and we still have a couple of weeks left in December while we're recording this. So I think, again, last year I just increased it by 10. So I think this year I'm going to do the same. So I'm setting my goal for 140. I did think about setting it for 150, but I think 20 is like a little too ambitious. So we'll see where we end up this year. But I do think that I'm going to set it for 140 books next year. So,
Oh gosh. Okay. Well, my turn. Okay, so for my goals next year, for like the bookish goals, I want to diversify my reading author wise. I think I did a pretty good job of it this year towards the end. I definitely was not as mindful of it in the beginning of the year. So next year, I am looking at diversifying my author reading, and I have a lineup of quite a few that I'm very excited for. Um,
ooh,
yeah, so I'm very excited about that. So that's one big goal. My second goal is I bought a reading journal, okay? And I bought all the like journaling stuff for it, like the acrylic markers and like the X-Acto knife. And I want to make like a pretty journal and I want to track my reading in there and kind of bring out my more artistic side. So that's like a big goal.
ooh,
Yeah. And then I also like in conjunction with that, I want to post more reviews. I want to be more mindful about my reviews and like putting them on multiple platforms because I really want to help authors more and I know that's something that they need, right? So I want to be more mindful about that. Like can't just devour and you know. So that's definitely like a big goal. Um and then I too want to get picked up by a publishing company as an influencer and potentially make a few street teams. And I am applying for a few right now. So we'll see.
ooh.
I just like I have a tendency to like bite off more than I can chew. So that's definitely like a big thing. I want to be more mindful next year about what I'm taking on and do it with like swagger. Like I want to
Mm.
100% hit things, not take on a bunch of stuff and only hit them like 50% of the way. Um, with that being said, for my reading goal next year, are you ready for this?
Oh my God. Are we going back to a beginning?
No, actually, all right. So this year, my goal was 200 books, and I've surpassed that. Not by much, but like I have surpassed it. And at the beginning of the year, it was a book a day, but then working full time, school full time, and then all these other side projects, it got lost in the mix. So next year, my reading goal is 150. So
Ooh.
I'm going backwards. It kind of ties into my goals. I want to be more mindful and I want to like be more immersed into like the bookish
Mm.
community, the reading life. Like right now, I could kind of tell you about almost all the books that I've read, but it got to a point where I was like, let me read this one because I feel like it could help me reach my goal. Let me
Mm.
just see this one, or I can't DNF this because I'm not going to reach my goal if I don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't want to
Yeah.
do that next year. So I want to be more mindful about my picks. I don't want to be so worried about hitting a number. Even though I read really fast, I want to be able to do a really thoughtful review, synopsis, summary, and do my book journal. So I brought down my number
Yeah.
and I'm okay with it. I don't think it has to be a large number. I know my ability. I know I could read 3 books a day if I wanted to, but it just doesn't make me happy anymore doing that. So,
Yeah, I agree. I think it's good to set like realistic goals when it comes to your reading goal. I mean, obviously shoot for the stars, you know what I mean?
yeah,
I mean, I wish that I could read 400 books next year. Like really, like it would make a dent in my TBR, but not really
yeah.
because, that shit is longer than my
Endless.
life. But
Hopefully
but
not.
I think that it is. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, realistic goals are important, but I mean, the reality is like I mean, both of us work full-time jobs. We have other stuff that we have to handle, obviously, besides this. So that's also why I love audiobooks so much because I can like put more time into like listening to my book while I'm reading or while I'm doing other things where it's like harder for me to make set time to sit down and read where I can just put it on and listen. But yeah, I think realistic goals are important. And honestly, like if you have the time and if you can read the 500 books a year, I'm so jealous of you.
Yeah, honestly. And I know there's going to be something like, well, I can read 500 and remember every single detail. Well, good for you. I could probably do that too if I didn't have to remember everything about army life, full time job, full time school. Like, I'm bitching because I'm mad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like, I get it. You know, and also I want to read more completed series next year. I've got to stop
Oh,
picking up
yeah.
series. Like,
That are like halfway through.
yes, and I know like you have to support them midway through the series or they'll never get to, I get that, but I did it so much this year where I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck I'm reading anymore. Like honestly, and I genre switch a lot
I,
too.
yeah, I will say like binging a series that you really love or that you're like really immersed in is a lot of fun. And I feel like it adds on to like the love for the series that you have. Like I remember when I first picked up the Ryan Rule series by Sadie Kincaid, like obviously they were all out. Like I'm not saying they're like huge fat books or whatever, but like I couldn't imagine like waiting and having to wait for the next one because a lot of them would end in like cliffhangers or like things
Mm,
that would be unresolved. So I can't imagine like waiting like halfway through the year, like, okay, I have to wait a year and a half, like for the next one. I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
yeah, well, hold on. Let's rewind a little bit here. I know you're not talking about series when you don't even finish the last book of any series or TV show you watch. Are you out here lying
It's
to our
not
besties?
it's not all of them, okay? And this
It's
is
a
one of my
majority.
shames, you guys. It's not the
Shame.
majority. It just takes me a very long time. Okay, so if you guys don't know, I don't know if I've like ever mentioned this on the podcast before, and I'm trying to think of like books, but okay. So sometimes, and I feel like ADHD girlies and besties will get this. Like
The
I think it's an
Devil's Night
ADHD
series.
thing. Yes, the Devil's Night series specifically. I cannot bring myself to read the last book because I don't want it to end. Like basically I loved Kill Switch so much and that series is just so good. Like it's such a good series. But if I read the last one, it's over. It's done. It's no more.
Girl, it's
So
done no
right
matter
now,
what.
no, in my brain, it's not done yet. It's still unresolved. Like I still have like one more to go. I also do this with shows, unfortunately. It took me a year to watch the very last episode of Parks and Rec, and I binged that whole series. And it took me 1 year because I was like, no, once it's over, it's over. Like I can't. Um, but I think it's really just like an ADHD thing because I have like severe undiagnosed ADHD.
Undiagnosed but diagnosed. Me,
Undiagnosed, but something, but I suspect.
you remember when I called you and I was like, hey, like, so my doctor's been prescribing me ADHD medicine, but I keep forgetting to take it.
The
It's all,
epitome of ADHD. It's like the epitome of ADHD. It's
I
like,
know, I'm like
oh,
sickening. And I have like my checkup with her in like a month, and I'm gonna have to sit there as a 30-year-old adult woman and be like, hey, I know you prescribed this, but I keep forgetting. I'm so sorry. Um,
I haven't taken it, so we're gonna have to, yeah. No, yeah, that's why I'm just like, can you just like inject it and then I come back like in 3 months? Like,
yes, thank
that's better for
you.
me.
Yeah.
That's better for me.
Well, okay, so Besties, I didn't tell Jazzy I was going to do this episode, but I would like us to pick a goal for each other that we have to commit to
Oh,
doing. So I'll give you a minute to think about what you want to make for me. Am I good to tell you what my goal is for you?
okay. How about you tell me your goal first for me, and then I can see what the vibe is like.
She needs to know if she needs to be vengeful or not. That's what it is, guys.
Yeah, how petty do I need to be?
Okay, cool. So let me go ahead. Are you ready? And all right,
Yes, go
pinky
ahead.
promise, you have to do it.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Do the pinky to the camera. All right, guys, you saw it. Okay.
All right.
My goal for you is you have to branch out genre wise.
Ugh.
You have to start reading, and honestly, we have to do it because we have to have our readers. We have a diverse reading group. You need to branch out of dark
This is
romance.
true. This is true. Okay, whatever.
Yeah, you are missing out on so many good books and so many tropes that you love exist out there in romantasy, fantasy, thriller. It's time.
Okay. Okay. All right. God
You already
damn
pinky
it.
promised. No takesy backsies.
Okay, but if I hate them, you can't judge me for it.
I will not judge you as long as you put your best reading, listening forward.
I feel like a little kid who's like trying new food, where it's just like you need to just try it.
Yes, I'm telling you, because like Quicksilver, I know you're gonna love it once you actually fucking read it. You know what I mean? And we need to be able to discuss it. So, anyways,
Yes,
that's
so
my goal.
okay. So yes, I take accountability for the fact that I have really been like, "Oh, Lexi, read all these dark romances, read all these things so that we can like discuss them on the
Thank
podcast."
you.
But I have not been reciprocal with that. Because as you guys know, I've said it once, I've said it again, romantasy is not my go-to genre. It intimidates me when the books are too big, and I am a stubborn DNFer. So I will literally put myself through hell before I DNF a book because I
Oh
need the
my
completion.
God, she really will, and it's like agonizing
And then
watching
I'll
you.
just complain to Lexi about it the whole time. And then I'm like, I picked this up for like 5 minutes and I had to walk away. Like I couldn't do it. So yeah, essentially I'm just a masochist who likes to put myself in a slump when shit like that happens. So
And then do it to
I will
others.
try. And then I will do it to others. Oh yeah, no. Okay. Um, a goal for you. My goal for you.
Oh shit,
You
my
didn't give
stomach
me
just
much
dropped.
notice.
I
So
know, I
now
had
I
to do it on
don't
purpose.
know. I'm like trying to think. Okay. So my goal for you, and I wish I had more time to be more petty. But I know that we've talked about this before, and you have talked about this and expressed that you want to do it. So it'll be an easy goal for you.
Fuck.
I think my goal for you is for you to be more consistent with your Instagram postings
Uh,
because I think that one of the like or some of the goals that you have for yourself as like a book influencer do
damn it.
rely on you being active and posting. And we can both hold each other accountable for that. So
I know, and I did start getting really good about it towards the end of this year, and I really kind of like took off on the Instagram and TikTok part, and then for the past week I've kind of slowed down again. So I think I need to be more consistent. You're right. I just so Jazzy knows like why sometimes I'm more self-conscious about posting on Instagram with my hands. I'm so self-conscious of my hands. Like so I have a hard time posting pictures and I have to like do all this like prep work before I can post the pictures. That's why. And also I'm very self-conscious like looks wise too, and it's something I'm working on. That's one of my personal goals next year. Like right before we filmed this episode, I sent Jasmine this picture of like this wet lip stain on my lips and I'm like, what the hell am I doing? Like what like I wish I'm not even gonna put the picture on here because it's such a jump scare, but it was terrible. Like it was awful.
it wasn't terrible, you guys. If anyone's worn lip stain before, you know that like it looks really wild while you're waiting for it to do its thing. But yeah, I think that you're beautiful, and I don't think that you should have any issues posting your beautiful face on your Instagram
What about
page.
my hands?
I took the leap. I took the leap this year and posted because I was a faceless account up until very recently. And yeah, just vibe.
It's just like the hands. The hands are such, and she can't see it on the camera right now because she doesn't have like a view screen. But like I'm
I don't
putting
have
up
a
my little
viewfinder.
hands. I'm putting up my little hands. Anyways,
I have little, listen, I have little baby hands too, okay? They look like little baby hands.
it's the
And I
thumbs.
will
It's the
say,
thumbs.
oh man,
I
it's
can't show
fine.
them.
Everyone is
It
so
makes me
self,
sick.
everyone you know what's funny is that a lot of people in the bookish community are very self-conscious about their thumbs. Like it's like a pretty common thing. Like I know a few people that are like, no, my thumbs.
Well, it's because I had that stupid like club thumb thing, and I'm telling you guys this, all the little besties listening, with vulnerability right now. Okay,
This
I'm not
is
ready
in
to show them.
confidence.
Yeah, like I mean, when you post pictures, the first thing I look in your picture is at your thumbs, and I'm like, wow, they look so much nicer than mine. So just know that's what I'm thinking when you post a picture.
Jesus.
I know, because like it's just when you're so conscious about something, you look for it in other people's photos, and it's never like an oh, I wonder if it looks worse than mine. No, it's a oh, it looks better than mine kind of thing. Like if you're
I
like
feel
worried about
like
your nose.
I feel like you need to stop doing that. Like, you
Okay,
need
we're
to
not getting
not
into
look at that.
personal goals right now. I just, if I want to lust over other
Okay,
people's thumbs, I can do that.
okay. Here's okay. So while we were talking about my goal for you, I actually, you know how I said like how petty should I be? Um, I was literally thinking like, what if I told her like you have to read special editions before you buy them?
Oh my God. No, the way my heart just skipped a beat. Like, how dare you?
I listen, I feel like that was how my heart felt when you were like, read Romantasy finally. I'm like, oh God.
Well, it's too late. You already set the goal, so no takesy backsies.
I guess. All right, whatever. I'm just gonna continue to give you shit for it though, which is so
I know.
funny.
And once again, here we are at a 30-minute episode when we said it was going to be a short one. So let's wrap this up because I want to go take a nap. But
No, for real. All right. Well, if this is our last episode for this year, we do have some fun beginning of the year episodes planned in January. For example, our top reads of the year, which I know you guys are all dying to know. um, but if this is our last episode for the year, we just want to say thank you so much for watching and supporting us. It does mean the world to us. And if you don't know, we are on YouTube, we are on Instagram, and we are also on TikTok now. And we are coming soon to other platforms. Wink, wink. Um, so yeah, give us a follow. I will put all of our information here, and obviously it's in the caption as well. But yeah,
yeah, and tell us about your goals in the comments. I want to hear them. Maybe I'll steal a couple. Post pictures of your thumbs. I want to see them. And
our comments are just going to be all thumbs.
I hope so. I hope it's all thumbs at this point.
I really
Yeah.
just imagine the thumb people from Spy Kids. Like every time anyone mentions they're self-conscious about their thumbs, I just picture the thumb people from Spy Kids. And if you don't know what that is, I will, first of all, how have you never seen Spy Kids? Second of all, I'll post like a little snip here of what the thumb people
Ugh.
look like. They're
All right,
literally
okay, stop.
thumbs with legs.
All right. So tell us in the comments. Let us know what you think about our goals. Give us any tips, tricks, and advice. And then stay tuned for some of the really exciting stuff we have. But until next time, I'm Lexi.
I'm Jazzy.
Bye.
Bye. Wave with your thumbs.